Nafisa was a mother of 3 boys. To the world, she was a hardworking single mum who raised her children alone after her husband left. But behind closed doors, her love was never equally divided. Her middle son, Samir, was her pride. Bright, polite, and always top of his class, he made her feel like her sacrifices were worth it. She boasted about his achievements to neighbors and teachers. His certificates lined the living room wall like trophies of her motherhood. Her eldest, Adeel, was a storm she never learned to tame. Independent, curious, and always pushing boundaries. Adeel didn't follow rules. He questioned them. He wasn't bad. He just had a spark she didn't understand. To her, he was a troublemaker who embarrassed her too often. And then came Rayyan, the youngest. An unplanned pregnancy. Nafisa never said it aloud, but her eyes held the truth. She called him accident more than baby. Rayyan grew up in the shadows, quiet, confused, always asking for love but not knowing how to receive it. Adeel often fought back. Why does Samir get everything? Just because he's good at school. He'd shout, slamming his door. But Nafisa never answered. She was too tired. Or maybe she didn't care to explain. Rayyan didn't even fight. He learned to disappear, his small voice swallowed by the noise of a home that never made space for him. Years passed. Samir went to university. Nafisa swelled with pride as she hugged him goodbye, tears in her eyes, already missing him. "Make me proud, Beta," she whispered. Adeel, now in his 20s, had moved out young. He worked odd jobs, rented a small flat, and made a quiet life on his own terms. He rarely called. Rayyan stayed, still in the same house, still invisible. He'd stopped asking for affection. He cooked, he cleaned, he even reminded her to take her medicines. But still, no warmth, just silence or orders. One winter, Nafisa fell ill. Samir was too busy with his career abroad. He promised to visit, but never did. Adeel came, surprising her, and sat quietly by her bedside. He said little, just held her hand. It was Rayyan who stayed up all night, changed her bedsheets, held the bowl when she vomited, rubbed her back like a mother would for her child. One night, as fever broke her sleep, she opened her eyes and saw Rayyan asleep in the chair beside her, head tilted, a blanket covering his lap. A tear rolled down her cheek. For the first time, she saw him, not as an accident, not as a mistake, but as a son. "I'm sorry," she whispered, too softly for anyone to hear. But it was too late. Her boys had grown. The cracks she made in their hearts had taken shape. Samir never returned home. Adeel forgave, but never forgot. Rayyan stayed. But the bond was different. He cared for her, but he'd stopped waiting for her love. Nafisa realized then. A mother's love is supposed to be unconditional, but when it's selective, it leaves wounds that may never heal. Favoritism